Ready to dominate at the plate? Blast Baseball is trusted by more major league and college teams than any other hitting solution. The Blast sensor attaches to the knob of any bat, providing real-time feedback with every swing. Go to blastmotion.com and enter code NOWD1 at checkout to save $25. All right, everybody, it is 9 o'clock. Let's get right into it. We do this show every Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern on X Spaces. I'm Alan Gay, and this is Now D1 Speaks. We got a special show today. It's an episode that I've absolutely been looking forward to. We're not going to be talking with a coach or an uncommitted baseball player. We're actually going to be talking to a business owner. He has got an incredible platform that he's put together. It's called College Baseball Insights. It's a ton of data, a ton of insight. It is information that I am sure every single person that's going to be listening to this podcast is going to want to know more about. The owner of College Baseball Insights is Art Crichlow. Hey, Art, are you here?
Yes. How you doing, Alan?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I absolutely appreciate you taking some time out of your day to hop on the podcast with us. I'm really excited to learn more about College Baseball Insights. So why don't you kind of kick it off, man? Give us a little bit of the backstory. How did you come about finding College Baseball Insights and discovering it, so to speak, putting it together? And really, what is the mission in regards to helping student athletes and families?
Well, Alan, stories like everything else. I had a son who was a very good baseball player. Well, I thought he was a very good baseball player. So as he was in high school and everything, what do? You start going through the process and everything. We played travel ball. We were playing high school baseball. At some point, you're saying, okay, are you planning on going to college? And in doing that, what happened? You now have to put yourself and start doing the research. And I found, and this happened between 2010 and 13, and what I saw was a lot of the websites, Be Recruited, NCSA, they really weren't geared towards the player. It was more towards schools and then you being found. So that being said, I thought, hey, why don't we create something that was really for the parents? Something like I would say, a Carfax of college baseball, meaning create a one-stop shop, all the information needed to ask the right questions or find the right information about a school so you can make a better informed decision. And that was really the starting point. It happened around 2014 where I really started looking at this, and I wound up, doing 4 years of research, data research, process research. And finally, I made a commitment to thinking that this was definitely an idea where the time was right to allow to build something now to help the parents. And it's interesting, the first book I actually read that kind of got me on this mission was Coach Mazzani, I think it's Mazzani, and he used to coach, I guess, at Sacred Heart, but he had a very good book that helped me figure out what was going on in the college baseball world. So that's that's some of the background. And then the mission is, at the end of the day, to help parents make better decisions. That's it.
Man, what a great run through right there. And thank you for kind of going through a little bit of the background, and a bunch of questions just kind of pop out. One, kind of working backwards. Thanks for mentioning Coach Mazzoni. I mean, he's an outstanding guy. In fact, we were fortunate enough to have him on our podcast. I think he is a great resource. He's someone that can absolutely help families, not only with the recruiting process, but also just improving their skills. He's a great coach. He's a great instructor as well. So, but I got to say, something that really hops out to me about College Baseball Insight, and you put it so well. Most of the platforms, from social media to other websites, are really just kind of blasting out a prospect's information. It's just kind of out there, and it's almost up to the coaches to be able to figure it out and find it. And what you have really created is a tool that it kind of puts a lot more power in the prospect and the family's hands, where they can do the research so that they have more ammunition in kind of at their disposal, so that it allows them to really be able to reach out to the schools that they would be much more interested in based on that research.
Yeah, that's correct. It's a process of elimination. If we think about it, coaches recruit based on need, right? And so you have to understand what they need and what they're looking for. If you look at all the prospect camps that are out there, okay, they're prospect camps. So are you really a prospect? Are they really recruiting your type of player? Are they recruiting high school players? Are they recruiting, junior college players? Or are they going after transfer portal players? So by us providing that information, at least you're able to evaluate and come to whatever personal decisions that are required for the family. And we believe it's that simple. Sometimes I think in this whole journey, things can, and especially when we come to the end, it becomes very emotional and the fear of missing out. I remember, with my son and everything, he was a late signer. He actually signed to the junior college right after his senior year. So it was late. And that was, I think, because we really didn't know what to do, when to do it. Yeah, we went to all these, let's say, showcases and so forth, but it really wasn't the right approach. It really wasn't the right approach. And I'm going to say we wasted and burned a lot of money for no reason.
That's some good insight right there. So go ahead and start talking to us just a little bit. What are the real features and benefits that College Baseball Insight provides for prospects and their families?
Right. So we break it down into 4 different things. One is information about the rosters, right? And when we say information, we have roster information going back as far as 2017. So you can actually see the patterns of a school about how they recruit. So one, where do they get their players from? You can see that annually. You can see based on position, how many people based on grade class that they have at each position. This way you could quickly look to see, okay, do they recruit, are most of their pitchers, upper class, or how many freshmen do they have on the team? So it allows, especially for the high school parents, to really understand what that coach fills his vacancies with. We have the school financial information, like how much are they spending on their teams over the last 11 years. So now you understand, are they committed to the program or not? We have, of course, basic college academic information. We don't try to get too much in that space. There are other platforms and solutions that provide you the school-related data, but at least we give you, the ability to search by the graduation class or min rate, what they're doing, and also by the program and major. So what's good is, we always tell the parents, hey, go look for the major and then find the schools based on that. So we give that basic search. But the real power of College Baseball Insights is reviewing the rosters. A couple of years ago, as part of one of our releases, I think, and this is really sets itself apart, is being able to show the turnover rate every year of a team, and then based on why kids leave, i.e. maybe got drafted or they transferred out. Well, where did they transfer? 2-year, 4-year school. We have a JUCO pipeline feature where we're able to show, if you're interested in JUCOs, this is actually where they're sending players. So those specific things around roster gives the parents, I would say, you say ammunition, I'll just say more information and make better decisions.
Good stuff right there. So let me ask you, just, this is fantastic information. Is College Baseball Insights, is it complicated to use? It seems like a lot of information.
College Baseball Insights is what you see is what you get. If you know the questions, and you could download our checklist of the questions you normally ask, and then you use that as your guide. When you now look at College Baseball Insights and just have a methodical plan, it's not hard at all. And I always tell people is, when you do your research and you go to that school's website, what do you look for? You look for how many kids are on the team. You look at where they're coming from. You're looking at how many kids they have at your son's position. Now, you're not going to really know how many kids transferred on an annual basis. And I think that's the thing that sets us apart, where we're able to show you the annual attrition rate. So I always tell people, or we as an organization tell people, take your time. It's not as hard as you think. And the beauty is it's all visual. And I think people need to understand is we are visual learners. What I'm finding out is through some of my subscribers is the kids are actually using it. And, the young baseball players, they do not want to research. They just want to go play baseball. right? So normally a lot of the research is done by the mom and the father. We do all the research. Now that you have something visual, you can actually, allow your son to go do that research, and you work with them, and now y'all can kind of compare notes and look at this thing visually and say, oh, aha, this school has, 25 pictures and they just brought in 5. Oh, that's not a good school, and keep on walking. So we believe that though it's a lot of information, if you break it down in terms of what you normally look for in a roster, it actually becomes very simple to learn and understand.
Good stuff, Art. What's the easiest way to find college baseball insights?
Right. The easiest way to find the website is www.collegebaseballinsights.com. And also, we do a lot of our communications via Twitter. We're on other platforms, but we found out that most of the baseball audience is on Twitter. Twitter's a good platform to really get it out there. And what we do is we try to post relevant information, not like everybody else. And I think that's where, as a niche, and now people are seeing it takes a while. They say, oh, you have good content. But, you could do but so much in Twitter with the 280 characters. So it's all visual. And like I said, with the visualization, I think that's where we're starting to see parents, players getting their aha moments.
Okay, so online web is just collegebaseballinsights.com.
Twitter is Insights College.
All right, so the handle is @Insights College.
Correct.
Hey, again, everyone that's joining us this evening, thank you so much for being here. We certainly appreciate your support. Thank you for supporting Now D1. Thank you for supporting College Baseball Insights as well. If you got in late, don't worry about it. We're recording this space, and we'll be able to retweet it out in its entirety. Again, tonight we're talking with Art Crichlow. He is the founder and CEO of College Baseball Insights. It's a fantastic tool, a very, very powerful tool. One of the things that we were just talking about was really the amount of data. What is it complicated? And it absolutely is not. And I think one of the things that really jumped out at me, Art, was you start talking about a checklist with questions. And right off the top of your head, you were already talking about, hey, what is it that you really want to be looking for when you're looking at a college program? You just started rattling off several questions. If I wanted to become a subscriber to College Baseball Insights, would I automatically have insights to those types of questions? Is that checklist included?
The checklist is included. Exactly. If you go to the website, you could actually download the checklist for free. You go there, you go under one of our, we'll say paths, let's say student athlete families. And from there, you just download the checklist. And I implore people to do that anyway, regardless if you subscribe to College Baseball Insights or not. I think it's important that everybody has that checklist, because this way the checklist is your foundation and your plan for what you need to ask the coach. College Baseball Insights, in terms of the data and whatever, really we try to answer as many questions as possible on that list. There's some questions that at this point we refrain from doing, but from a parent's perspective, from a family's perspective, that checklist is your gold.
What a fantastic offer, Art. I mean, so that is free. Just go to College Baseball Insights. You can download that checklist on your own. I mean, that is a tremendous offer on your part, and really just kind of gives you, if I'm a prospect or I'm a family listening, it just kind of gives you the reasoning that Art's really put together such a fantastic platform. I mean, he's truly here to help families be able to reach the goals that they're striving to reach. And so with that in mind, if you're really trying to strive to get to the next level, talk to us a little bit about College Baseball Insights platform and how players and parents can really leverage it to just make very informed decisions, kind of streamline their process just a little bit.
And I want to say this before, and even before I start talking about that, I want to also say we work in partnership with another good person, keepplayingbaseball.org. Ethan Gervin is very, he has a ton of information related to planning the whole baseball journey. And we've partnered with him on a lot of things where, information that we provide, he's writing articles about. we try to focus on our side on the data and cleaning up all the messy data. And in partnership with him, he's put out some very, we'll say, interesting articles that actually go a little bit deeper into what's happening in the baseball world.
Thank you so much for bringing up Keep Playing Baseball. I'll tell you what, this really kind of speaks again to the narrative. Man, you're absolutely here to help families. There's just no question about it. I mean, you're reaching out to other established organizations, collaborating, working together on resources, kind of marrying where does your platform fit, where does his platform fit, and how to put the two together to really make a comprehensive package. Keep Playing Baseball is an outstanding platform. I just love the way you're working with other people. In many ways, it reminds me of the coaching circles and how they all have very, very trusted relationships that they count on to be successful. It sounds like you're doing the same thing, and no question there. Just want to make an observation. I think it's very, very impressive. So the real question I wanted to ask you, Art, was how do prospects and their families streamline, their college searches by using College Baseball Insight? I mean, they're there to make the most informed decision that they can, but how can they streamline that using your platform? So
definitely a combination of KeepPlayingBaseball.org and our platform is, I think, paramount. One, from their planning. Two, from once you understand your plan, how do you do your targeting? The targeting is normally through searching, whatever criteria, what state you want to go to, the, graduation rate, the admin rate. From there, you'll get your list of schools. Yes, it might expand, it might contract. Once you have your target list of schools, then really it's about digging into the data. And when I say dig into the data, it's just, hey, let me look at the rosters. And here's what's important, is what we try to recommend. The first thing you need to understand is head coaching tenure. Why is that important? Because if the coach has been there more than 3 years, okay, maybe you look at the last 3 years of his incoming recruiting class. That will tell you some of his patterns. They are creatures of habit. They will change if there's some conditions, i.e. the transfer portal or NIL, let's say the MLB draft being shortened. Yes, there's some outside factors that might force them to change or influence their decisions. But the beauty of College Baseball Insights, because we have so much data, you can see the patterns and see where they're going. Is it exact? No, but at least you're understanding more and getting in the mind of the coach about what he's looking for. So it's one thing that really we're removing, I would say, the what if to say this is.
Hey, again, everyone that is joining this evening, thank you so much for being here. We absolutely appreciate your support. I mentioned earlier that we record this space so that we can retweet it out. We also record it because we turn it into a podcast, and that podcast is Now D1 Speaks, and it is on every platform out there, from Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, all the independents, and it's really gotten quite popular. Our core audience is uncommitted prospects, their families, and college coaches. And this evening, we're just fortunate enough to have really a very unique business model, and that's College Baseball Insights. It's a powerful tool. And maybe Art, Art, as I'm kind of thinking about this, is it relegated to one division level? I mean, are you really just talking about Division I schools, or are you touching on every level that's out there?
We are talking about every level of baseball. We have information for every level of baseball since 2017. And actually we have information going back to 2011. We just don't post it. That being said, it allows us to look at the whole universe and see everything that's going on. So I remember going to a convention and somebody said, I'm looking for, let's say, one of the Christian schools in the NCCAA. Oh, we have that. Or the USCAA. And he did a trick question. He said, I want to see this school. And when I brought it up, he said, wow. I said, yeah, because there's room for everybody and you have to be able to cover everything. And now I will say the only thing we do not have to date and it was a business decision, is club baseball. And club baseball has grown. So we have to now look to see if that is where that can fit in the whole ecosystem. And that's just a project, but it's a cost related to that. But we have all 1,700 schools in our system, and we have all the data, all their information dating back to whenever.
Just a wealth of information, Art. I'm telling you, you have created such a valuable tool in college baseball insights. With all that content that you provide online, the content that you're providing through Twitter, I know you also have subscriptions that are available. I would just really like to talk to you about the potential cost through a subscription, or if you're offering any types of deals or promotions or anything along those lines.
Right. Well, I'm going to answer that question, and I'm going to say this. Let me caveat this or put in the context. What College Baseball Insights does, and we all know that, hey, research can take a lot of time. We just had a review and somebody said that it saved them 100 hours, that, the time that it normally takes to research all the schools, College Baseball Insights actually saved him a significant time to find the right schools and so forth. So we look at it as the subscription, and when you hear the price, you'll say, what? That's it. But the real value is, the time saved getting good information to make better decisions. If we think about how much time we're spending with all the activities, training, traveling, and so forth, this tool, in my humble opinion, is priced reasonable. That being said, we have basically 3 subscriptions, and so we have a monthly, a quarterly, and an annual. And the reason why we did that, because depending on when you're graduating, if you're a senior, well, you don't need the annual one. You might just need to get in there and see it real quick. So you might say, okay, where I'm in the cycle, I could buy the monthly one. You'll get the same access to all the information that all the other levels get. But I just need it right quickly to kind of verify that this coach who said this before I signed is trying to tell, he's really telling me the truth. Because our motto is trust but verify. It's that simple. You could trust them, but you need to verify what they're telling you. And that's okay. Before you buy a car, right, you go to, let's say, Consumer Reports, or you go to Carfax, and you verify what you heard before you purchase. And that's what we do. So you have the monthly one is $24.99. The quarterly one is $59.99. And then the annual is $119.
What? That's it? Seriously. I mean, that is extremely inexpensive. I was not expecting that in the least. And I love the trust but verify. I mean, that's fantastic as well. It makes all the sense in the world. But literally, somebody could hop in on a monthly deal for just $25 and have access to 1,700 schools across every level. That would include roster information, financial information, academic information, and even how the roster is turned over as well.
Currently, there's whatever you pay for, whatever subscription, you get access to everything. So there's no levels 1, 2, and 3 at this point. You get access regardless of the length of your subscription.
I got to tell you, that's an impressive deal right there. If somebody just wanted to take a quick look and just kind of try it out and see if what you're telling us is really true, so to speak, and also just the ease of use. Do you offer any demos or anything like that?
Yes, we do. On our website, there's a link as you go through our website, and you can just do a quick demo of the college search. In that, what we do is provide, we've actually picked 4 schools for each of the divisions, and what we try to do is get one school from the Northeast, Midwest, South, and West. This way you kind of get a flavor, and what we do is we give it for all divisions. So technically you get access to 36 schools. You can also use our insight tools, i.e. the JUCO pipeline, and let's say the team roster turnover report. You can actually use that in the demo mode to really drill down on those schools that we've opened up for the trial subscription. So you can however you'd want to access college baseball insights via search or these other access tools, you'll get access to the same 36 schools through that.
Man, this is great stuff. I can't imagine the number of families that you've really helped over the years. And I'm so thankful that you took the time to get on Now D1 Speaks. I got to tell you, I know that you're going to help many, many prospects and many, many families that are out there that are listening to this. So thank you again so much for this evening. It's been a fantastic night.
And let me say, could I say one thing?
Of course.
So just to make everybody know, we've actually published the 2023 fall rosters for the Division I schools. So you have access, and we've actually cleaned it all up. So you can actually see what schools have published from their websites and how their incoming classes looked. From the D1 perspective, I believe about 206 of the 304 schools have posted their fall rosters. And what we've done is actually publish it as a 2024 projection. So now you'll be able to see where they're going, what they're doing for next year.
Big time stuff, man. Thank you for adding that as well. And I got to say, one thing that I would be appreciative of, I don't know if you're interested in this, but I would certainly love to be able to stay in touch with each other. And man, if you could come on maybe periodically, and boy, I tell you what would really be cool. And, I don't know how you feel, but if we could bring in a prospect and maybe their family and maybe just kind of give a little bit of their insight and how their experience went with college baseball insights.
I think that is I will definitely reach out to one of the subscribers and see if they would be interested in it. I think it would definitely I look at it this way. If you have a customer come on and talk about their experience, that's the easiest way to show it has value or not. And I think that would definitely be important for your audience to at least hear it from somebody that has benefited or so forth from the tool.
No question about it. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking, as any parent that's had a high school age prospect looking at the next level, just think about thinking about the amount of research that collectively your family has done over the years. And you kind of put a value on that. What is your time? What are you paid at work? What's your hourly rate? And just kind of multiply that out times the number of hours that you've spent researching. And then kind of just look at an annual subscription for $119. It's kind of amazing. Really impressive stuff, Art. Hey, let's kind of wrap this up for tonight, but I do have one question. And I don't want you to, hey, if you can't give away any secrets, I got it. But I'm just sitting here thinking, what does the future hold? You got such a fantastic platform, a great device here, and something to really build off of. What's the next piece that maybe you're thinking about that could really benefit prospects and their families?
So I'll just say this. When we initially looked at where this was going, I believe I had 50 features that I thought would help. So I think we got 35 more to go.
It's good stuff. Prospects, parents, I tell you what, man, I would go out and find collegebaseballinsights.com right now. I'd poke around the website. I'd take a look at the demo, definitely take advantage of that trial. The JUCO pipeline, there is so much to offer. I wouldn't wait. I'd jump on it as quickly as I can, try to figure it out. It's a great opportunity, and it would absolutely put your recruiting kind of into hyperspeed.
Alan, I will say this too, and I'm sorry to jump in. Goal next week is to have all the D2 fall rosters up. Whatever's available, we're putting that up. And what we're trying to do is every 2 weeks. After that, we'll do NAIA and so forth. So we're trying to get as much information up in College Baseball Insights. So as people are going to the prospect camps, they'll be able to at least quickly look at these schools and make better informed decisions.
That's amazing, Art. I mean, College Baseball Insights is absolutely evergreen. You are constantly updating the information. It's real-time data that you have. It's fantastic, man. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I just cannot give you enough appreciation, man. It was big-time stuff. Thank you.
Information is power. Information allows you to make better decisions. And I think we see a lot of frustration on Twitter and everything, so forth. But if we're able to bring this together, help the process out, we'll have better outcomes.
No doubt about it, man. And I can't think of a better way to end it than just knowing we're going to have better outcomes. Again, thank you very much, Art, with College Baseball Insights. And thank you, everyone who was able to join for this evening. We certainly appreciate it. And good night.
Hey, let me ask you something. Are you ready to dominate at the plate this season? Blast Baseball is the #1 hitting improvement solution, trusted by more major league, college, and travel ball teams than any other. The Blast sensor attaches to the knob of any bat, providing real-time feedback with every swing. Metrics are automatically sent to a smartphone app, generating insights that allow you to analyze and improve your hitting like never before. Go to blastmotion.com and enter code NOWD1 and you will save $25 at checkout. Unlock your potential with Blast.